Hare Krishna. This is Gangadas, your host for Mayapur TV. I have been requested to talk about the upcoming Ekadasi, which is a very special Ekadasi. For the Vaishnava devotees, all the Ekadasi are very dear because Ekadasi are very dear to the Lord. This special Ekadasi is called Pandava Nirjala Ekadasi. There's a story behind. Out of the 5 Pandavas, they're all following the Ekadasi. But Bhima Prabhu, who is having the power of 200 elephants, is a very powerful personality. He's a fighting Kshatriya. His nature is always very hot. He went one day and met his guru Vyasadeva. I said, Vyasadeva, I know all my brother, they are following this Ekadasi very nicely. But me, I cannot fast. It's very, very difficult for me to fast. Why? In my stomach there is this fire digestion which burns. And whenever I have to fast, it becomes impossible for me. It becomes this fire is burning me. This fire in my stomach is coming from Lord Brahma to Lord Shiva to so many Indra and demigods. It's called Vrik, and it's very intense. So I cannot follow this Ekadasi. I am very sorry. I feel very ashamed, but I cannot follow this Ekadasi. Is there any way I can do just by following one Ekadasi, I can fulfill the rata of all the 24 Ekadasi? So Vyasadeva meditated for some time. Then he opened his eyes and told me, yes, the upcoming Ekadasi in this particular month, in this particular time, this is Ekadasi which you completely fast from food and even from water. It's called Nirjala Ekadasi. If you follow this Ekadasi once in a year, you will gain the benefit of all the 24 Ekadasi. This is special Ekadasi for you because if people do not follow Ekadasi, they will go to hell. But for you especially, and all the great Vaishnava devotees and sages, if we follow this Ekadasi without even drinking water, it's called Nirjala Ekadasi, then you will get the benefit of all the 24 Ekadasi. So Bhima Prabhu was very happy, and he told him, how should I follow this Ekadasi? He said the night before the Ekadasi starts, you should eat very light food, and then the beginning of the Ekadasi until the next day when the Ekadasi Rata is finished, you can break the Ekadasi, you can drink some water, you can take some fruit, light food. So in this way, all the other Ekadasi for you have been followed. Of course, Srila Prabhupada and many other great acharyas say, if we can follow in such a way without drinking water, that's very nice. But for people who are old, for small children, for people who have some disease or they are sick, they don't need to follow so strictly. For them, they can just do ordinary Ekadasi. If we can, it's very nice. Because especially now in India, it's very hot. And it's very difficult to be without drinking water. But for the devotee who want to please Krishna, who want to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they can follow this Ekadasi. And if they cannot, at least you can follow the Ekadasi or drinking water only, whatever level. Whatever Ekadasi we follow, whatever austerity we do, is not as important as doing Harinam Sankirtan and service to please Lord Krishna. To the point that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami say, what is the point of you, my disciple Brahmachari, doing Ekadasi and lay down all day? I don't mind you eat, but go and distribute book, do some preaching. So the mood of the Vaishnava is not so much to do austerity. Go to Himalaya, live in the snow, go in the desert of Rajasthan, making a fire around ourselves when it's very hot. No. Devotees are more interested to please Krishna, to please the Acharya, to please Srila Prabhupada. We are a preaching movement, and we go out and distribute books, we organize program, we do Harinam Sankirtan. So everything is tuned to that. But if we can perform austerity, that is also very nice. We can do, because by performing austerity, tapa, we can become purified. We should never forget that when Lord Brahma was manifested and sitting on a lotus flower, he looked everywhere. He looked up and down. He doesn't know what to do, but he heard these words, the sound vibration, tapa, 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 means perform austerity. So he sit down in meditation, and then he heard the sound of the flute, the Gayatri mantra, and knowledge was, downloaded into his consciousness. So we're not so much into the austerity, but our austerity is doing Harinam Sankirtan, book distribution, preaching, distribution of prasadam, because people are in need of this knowledge to awaken themselves to spiritual consciousness. So this is a very important Ekadasi, Pandava Nirjala Ekadasi. This is the name of this Ekadasi. I am narrating in a very short way. I hope you are happy to understand, and please try to follow this Ekadasi. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. I'd like to thank Mayapur TV and all the devotees who are watching this video today. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo.